good morning, and welcome to Alphamas Media. This is Breakfast Show, and I am your one and only host, Christine Mutindi. And I never walk alone. I am joined by
The one Robert Mwakio.
Welcome. So yesterday it was raining.
Yeah, but it really rained. It's actually even rained today morning. Some parts of Nairobi and on your way to Kajiado.
Yes.
Bad rain. Muddy and crazy.
Funny enough, I didn't hear even a drop of the rain. I noticed it rained when I walked outside.
No, the kind of showers are called scattered showers, where it rains a few places, another place rains, and your neighbor's place can rain and your place is not raining. So those are the ones that are called scattered showers.
But I realized it was a lot of rain because the mud, you can even see how the water was moving.
Yeah, but it's messed up, totally messed up. But all the same,
still rain. We thank God.
We thank God. We've been crying. We the ones who were complaining about the rain.
Rain. Yeah, and the sun was too hot.
Yes.
And people are like, we are dying. The one who is increasing the firewood in hell and the heaven, it's too much. It's just too much.
Yes,
we are dying from the heat.
But the rain, we thank God, by the way, for the rains.
We do.
Because there was a time we did not have that rain. So let us enjoy and make merry.
Yes. So we hope you have your coffee ready, your notebook ready, and it is time to go. You can join in this conversation on our social media platforms. On Facebook, Afamas Media. On Twitter, @Afamas Media. On YouTube, Afamas Media. And on Instagram, Afamas_media. As we just start off with our dailies this morning. But before we do, Dr. Robert. So Morocco is not in Africa.
The only country that I can say is not in Africa and still has a lot of controversies is Western Sahara, which is a neighbor to Morocco. And it's because of Western Sahara that Morocco joined the AU.
So Western Sahara is not in Africa.
It's still not. Okay, they started recognizing it. United Nations recognize it. It's done that almost caused our president some controversies in the beginning of his term. When he said Kenya is not recognizing the sovereignty of Morocco over Southern Sahara. It has a name. I've just forgotten the new name of Western Sahara. But that is a nation that has not been recognized all these years. Even during the time we used to say there are how many? There are 48 nations to say in Africa, or 52?
52
nations in Africa.
52 nations.
And Western Sahara has never been recognized. But finally, the United Nations. Now it's because of this Western Sahara that Morocco started realizing, we actually need to have an identity in Africa.
Yes.
But before that, those people never thought that they were Arabs and never thought they were Africans. They think they are Europeans. just like our friends, the South Africans. No pun intended. This is just our morning coffee talk.
Yes, and I saw something else yesterday on TikTok, and someone was being told, can you please... And they're just Black Americans, but you're being told,
can you... African. Next time
African Americans.
You call them Black Americans, somebody can kill. They feel it's a bit racist.
They can shoot me.
It's a bit racist to call them, to identify somebody by the color of the skin.
Yes. So it's just on the streets and someone comes and tells you, please sing us an African song. Any song that pops in your head. And someone is like, I am not from Africa. And you're like, really? And this person is clearly African.
I wish you saw us how we dance Zamina Mina. There's a Waka Waka song of Zankalewa after Morocco won that. We enjoyed ourselves.
Really enjoyed it.
I was even worried I'll be here today with a sore throat, with a sore voice.
Why? You were
I've never been that tense. Okay, soccer can make you so tense. Yani, I was seated at the edge of the seat until I said, no, let me stand.
Was this before the game or after the game?
The game was right. If you're not a football enthusiast, yes, you won't understand that feeling.
I could hear people screaming, and even in the house, you can see people jumping, and
No,
it's a goal.
most people thought some of us were mad. Hey, it was serious. And this is an African team that is 1 inch away from getting into a quarterfinals. Yeah. And after quarterfinals is the semifinals.
The semifinals.
I'm just praying, whoever those people, the prayerful people, Banaibu, fast for us if we are supporting Morocco. Because Portugal is not a team to joke with. They thrashed Switzerland 6 goals to 1. That shows the story there.
but I was kind of elated when Morocco won.
Everybody was. Everybody was. We have Lawrence Mwikali, in an English way. Mwikali, tell us where you are, where your rain's hitting you from, Mwikali.
She didn't feel the rain, Please tell us.
Where is the rain hitting you? Sisi me, I didn't know, I just came out. I'm wondering, where is this matope imetoka wapi?
Exactly.
When did it rain? Because I remember when I was getting home yesterday before the football match, it was dry. It was sunny and dry. So Ebu, tell us where you are. If it's raining, tell us kama mvua iko, kama kuna. Know some of our places when it rains, ni kama that's the end of the day for us.
Yes.
You can't come out. Utoki kwa nyumba.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So it's like you cannot move. So if it rains continuously for a whole day.
For a whole day now, if you are doing anything that day, we have to postpone it. So there were times that even our children used to tell our kids, you don't need to go to school.
Okay.
Mad and whatnot. Yeah. But those are part of challenges we go. It's part of the development, Bana. I'm sure. Later on, we'll look back and say, "Hey, tulitoka mbali." It's part
we have made a stride from where we are, from where we are coming from, and where we are now.
Yes.
And now it's funny enough, Mwakio, that we still have drought, and about 17 counties are affected, and this has significantly decreased enrollment in schools.
You see, when we talk about drought, people think the sun is still shiny and hot. Drought here is the sufficiency of rain to have vegetables growing, to have things back to normal, our plants growing, grass growing, or not having enough water to sustain animals here. But unfortunately, there are places that are still experiencing drought in terms of sufficiency of rainfall. The rain here has rained, but not doing much. We can see zebras still dying in some places, even as we see the Nation newspaper, we're seeing drought.
Yes.
Kept more than 2 million children out of school. Imagine 2 million children out of school.
And actually, they're saying that even January, there are going to be more dropouts. And some of the students are not going to report to schools.
Yes. And that's very unfortunate. And especially now that the government is placing a phase out of... what do you call them? Boarding schools. They're saying from grade 1 to grade 9 you won't be able to take your children to a boarding school.
And I was just asking Jackie, how is it going to happen? Because if they're not going to be in boarding schools, are we going to give them a freeway where they're just going to get home? Because imagine the traffic. You find children, it's already 7 and they're already tired and they have to be at home, do their homework, and they wake up again at 5. And those are very young kids.
That's what I was telling, like the places where we stay when it rains, we just tell the kids you can't go. Children cannot literally go because of the mud. You remember we talked about the cotton soil yesterday.
We did.
The kind of soil that we have around here is not very good. Find yourself walking on mud.
Wow.
It's quite bad. If you have a car, you just leave it. If you have your shoes, you leave it. Walk either with even gumboots can't even help because it carries a lot of it's sticky.
And I remember then this is the area that if a cow is found on the road, it's just stuck there. I remember there was some time back there was an incident in some of areas in Machakos County where the cows were getting stuck because of the black cotton soil.
Yeah.
So the cow is being slaughtered while it's stuck because it cannot move.
And that's the basis of our conversation today. What is the cause of, what is the effect of climate change to the soils? Pollution, climate change in relation to soil and its effect in Africa. That is what we are dwelling with today.
Yes.
And we can see what's going on. Yeah, drought is still a menace to most places.
It is a menace, and we're just hoping that all will be well, because now the government has to work really fast, because we see the drought and the estimated school dropouts, and again the issue of doing away with the boarding schools.
Yeah.
So it's schools
No,
drought.
I feel more pity for the pastoralist communities, the ones that move from one place to another, because they do not have a specific place where they settle or where they have a home, because they move from one region to another. So most pastoralist communities take their children to boarding schools, because they know hata mtoto akitoka, if they live here today, the children won't be, when they go back, they won't find their parents there.
Yes.
So the parents will come pick them.
Yes.
So, and pastoralism is entrenched into some of the communities. It's not something that they'll just leave just like that. And trust me, to talk about pastoralism, where we stay, we see those pastoralists pass. I mean, right in front of my house, sometimes I see those guys passing with cows and so many of their nenes stuff. They're moving to the other side of Tanzania. The real Maasai people.
Yes.
They move to the other side of the border to Tanzania.
Oh, and that is why we have also some people from that community who come from Tanzania.
Yeah, and then the others who moved to Emali during the drought season.
Yes.
Now they're
Emali and
back.
Sultan, yes.
They are back, and the animals are very fat. They are
Really?
very fat, yeah.
Okay, so I wonder how they keep up with their education, the young ones.
Florence is telling us she's from Sultan Ahmad.
Uh-huh.
I was in Kibwezi machinery. Is it? Oh no, it's not really far from there.
No, it's not really far.
Iko nyanya mingi vitungu. What is there? Tell us.
We go and try and harvest from that area.
There.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good to have you following the show.
Yes.
Florence, welcome,
thank
Sana.
you so much.
And all the others who are following us. It's good. It's is it cold? It's not really cold today, but it's very dull morning here in Kitengela.
And a bit misty.
Yeah, quite misty. But if you're heading to Kajiado, it's still drizzling. It's
Wow.
The roads are wet, and you don't need to drive very fast when you're using such a barabara.
Yes, I remember there was a time we were having an argument in the house, and people were asking, "Do you like the rainy season or the dry season?" And everyone had their own pick. So others, I don't like the rainy season because it's muddy, it's cold, but everyone has their own preferences at that time.
But this rain is moving slowly, because I was told the places like Marsabit, it's raining. Yeah, so kama hujapata mvua, just wait for it, it will come.
And now, Mwakio, now that you've mentioned that, we have some areas in Kibwezi West and Kibwezi East. We have invasion of army worms.
Oh, they're back.
Yeah, and they're really eating the maize.
Oh my, yeah, that's really, and ECP had done a lot of research on the fall and we need to have a permanent solution, because it's a menace. It's really affecting maize farmers across the country and East Africa.
Yes.
We need to have a permanent solution to the fall armyworm. It's one of the biggest menace within the region.
And now the CEC was saying that they're working hand in hand with the national government to find a solution, because they started late last week. So that is probably Friday, Saturday. Now they're eating almost 150 acres of maize plantation and other plants.
That's mad. If you have anything to tell us in the comment, social media handles, A-Farmers, Facebook, A-Farmers in YouTube. And all that. We're in the radio station. What's our radio station name?
It's Zeno app.
Zeno app.
Zeno app, yes.
Yeah, A-Farmers Zeno app will get us through radio.
Our online radio
station where you'll get other radio stations.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, and now just in line with what we'll be discussing today, but the President William Ruto has announced that at least 200 tree seedlings must be planted in all public functions presided over by himself, his deputy and cabinet and principal secretaries. So this is a good move, and he says he wants to alleviate to just bring in environmental change and do away with deforestation and all that. So he's a proponent of tree planting.
Yeah, of course, we need to plant. There's somebody who was saying every time you have a birthday for your child, make sure you plant trees.
Exactly.
Yeah, tree. That's only a problem when if we are to deal with desertification, if we are to deal with soil care, taking care of soil, if you have to deal with the effect of global climate change, the only solution is simple: plant trees.
Plant trees, just plant trees.
And trees like eucalyptus go to as low as 10 shillings.
Yes.
I mean, you cannot miss that. Only that eucalyptus takes a lot of water. You can find alternative trees to plant.
Yes. But I also feel like we should, even if you have trees and you have neighbors, share those seedlings with your neighbors so that it's not just you. Even your neighbors have planted the trees.
Ukiongea juu ya neighbor unaongea uchoyo. Where in Kenya can somebody say, hey, Christine, chukua miti.
Funny enough, my mom has taught me that. We have a farm